today's news, national airline Maldivian commences wide-body aircraft services to China with inaugural flight to Chengdu. President Dr. Mohamed Moise announces transformative plans for Atoll Ungu Faru. And Health Minister Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim says Maldives is poised for significant healthcare advancements in 2025.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News. I'm Yusuf bin Muhammad. President Dr. Mohamed Moise has unveiled plans to include Ufulandu under the jurisdiction of Madovari in North Maros Madulu Atoll and Tewata in the Midu jurisdiction of the same atoll. The announcement was made during the President's ongoing visit to the islands of North Maros Madulu, where he engaged with the residents of Madovari. During his address, President Dr. Moise acknowledged the critical issue of land scarcity in Madovari. He noted that the existing land in the island is fully utilized and the limited scope for reclaiming land would yield only a small addition to the available space. To tackle this, the President confirmed that a land acquisition project for Madovari has been allocated in this year's budget. The implementation is set to commence following consultations with relevant ministries and the local council. The project, which the President aims to complete during his current term, will address long-standing issues such as the incomplete backfilling of the port, insufficient protection of the areas prone to erosion, and limited access to the harbour. However, he emphasized that the addition of 6 hectares alone would not fully resolve the island's land crunch. Instead, he proposed relocating economic activities outside the island as a more sustainable solution that would also benefit public health. In line with this vision, President Dr. Moise announced the decision to bring Tewata under the jurisdiction of Medu and Ufulandu under the jurisdiction of Madovari in North Maros Madulu Atoll. The President also touched on housing projects for the island, revealing plans to invite proposals for the construction of housing units. An announcement was to find sustainable contractor for the project is expected before the end of this month. The national airline Maldivian has commenced wide-body aircraft services to China with its inaugural flight departing for Chengdu. The aircraft carried 52 passengers, including 32 tourists, a major milestone in the airline's expansion strategy. To celebrate the occasion, a special cake-cutting ceremony was held on board. To further commemorate the milestone, Maldivian has introduced special return flight offers with prices starting at $688 for Chengdu, $788 for Beijing, and $777 for Shanghai. Maldivians shared that the new wide-body flights will simplify cargo transportation between China and the Maldives, enabling the direct import of fresh fruits and vegetables. The service is also expected to benefit local businesses by facilitating the efficient movement of goods between the two countries. In addition to Chengdu, the wide-body aircraft is scheduled to begin flights to Beijing and Shanghai, further enhancing connectivity with China. The national carrier is also planning to expand its operations to Europe, with a second wide-body aircraft expected to join its fleet in October 2025. President Dr. Mohamed Moise has extended heartfelt condolences to Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan following a devastating fire at a ski resort in Karatalkaya, Bolu. The tragedy, which unfolded earlier on January 21, 2025, resulted in significant loss of life and numerous injuries. President Dr. Moise expressed deep sorrow upon hearing about the tragic incident and conveyed his condolences to the families affected, as well as to the Turkish government and its citizens. He acknowledged the ongoing recovery efforts and reaffirmed his support for Turkey during this challenging period. Highlighting the resilience of the Turkish people, the President conveyed his wishes for strength and unity as the nation copes with the aftermath of this tragedy. President Dr. Mohamed Moise has unveiled a transformative vision to develop Ungu Faru into a vibrant urban hub equipped with enhanced infrastructure and essential services during his recent visit to Atoll.
The President reaffirmed the government's commitment to regional development and improving the quality of life for island communities. A key plan among the announcements was the upgrade of Ungu Faru Hospital to a tertiary-level facility within 3 years. The upgraded hospital will feature specialist doctors and advanced medical equipment, significantly improving healthcare services for residents. The initiative is part of the government's development master plan focusing on sustainable and equitable growth across the Maldives. In addition to healthcare improvements, the President also shared details of other critical infrastructure projects for Ungufar. He announced that the reclaimed land on the island will be fully developed and protected against erosion. To address the island's housing needs, President Dr. Muiz revealed plans to construct 500 housing units during his term. The contractors for these projects are expected to be appointed by the end of January, with construction beginning shortly thereafter. President Dr. Muiz assured the residents that the government will work closely with the local council and relevant ministries to accelerate technical preparations and land development. During the visit, the President also inaugurated ID card and passport services in Ra Atoll. The ceremony in Ungufar marked the official commencement of local printing and issuance of these services, enabling residents to access essential documentation without traveling to Male. This was done as part of a nationwide project aimed at decentralizing public services and is set to expand further with additional facilities planned in Haddal Makunudu and Tawemandu by February 2025. Speaking to the residents in Ungufar, the President discussed plans to make all public services fully digital within 4 years, drawing inspiration from Estonia's renowned digital governance model. He revealed that an agreement has been signed between the two countries, with Estonia pledging substantial support in drafting relevant laws for a comprehensive digital ecosystem in the Maldives. In this regard, President Dr. Muiz stated that digitalization will reduce corruption, improve transparency, and enhance public trust in government institutions. He also announced that Ra Atoll will be the next destination for the expansion of the Raja Transport Link RTL ferry services. Speaking to residents of Ungufar, the President pledged to launch RTL ferry services in the atoll before the end of June 2025, followed by Ba Atoll in July 2025. Currently, the Maldives Transport and Contracting Company, MTCC, operates RTL ferry services across all islands in 9 atolls. To support the planned expansion, MTCC announced in December 2024 its plans to acquire 56 additional vessels valued at MVR 508 million. In addition to announcing the expansion of RTL ferry services, the President outlined plans to improve the education sector, transitioning Ungufar to single-session schooling.
President Dr. Mohammad Muiz has announced that island development projects will be implemented according to public wishes during his visit to Ra Angulithim as part of his ongoing tour of North Marsmal Atoll. Speaking at a meeting with residents, the President revealed plans to initiate a 20-year master development plan for the island, emphasizing that all development initiatives would align with the community's vision. The President stated that development projects would be implemented in a way that people would experience tangible results while seeking public cooperation for the initiatives. He further stressed the importance of understanding local needs through direct community engagement. President Dr. Muiz reiterated his commitment to working closely with island communities, knowing that his administration's goal was to achieve development objectives that reflected public aspirations. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz on January 22nd engaged with members of the Huluduffar Island Council, the Women's Development Committee (WDC), and local institutional leaders to discuss the island's most pressing developmental needs.
During the discussions, council representatives outlined a range of infrastructure challenges. Among the priorities raised were the expansion of the local school to address ongoing space limitations and the construction of dormitories to accommodate students from neighboring islands. The council also stressed the importance of coastal protection measures, the acceleration of road development projects, and the urgent need for improvements to the harbour's outer breakwater. Concerns were also raised about the lack of essential utilities in newly populated areas, particularly the absence of adequate water and sewage systems. Further, the council spoke of the need to upgrade health centre facilities to ensure better healthcare services for the community. President Dr. Muiz responded by assuring attendees that their concerns would receive due attention. Cabinet ministers accompanying him provided updates on the government's efforts to address these issues, reaffirming the administration's commitment to delivering sustainable solutions tailored to the needs of Huluduffar. Addressing residents directly, President Dr. Muiz spoke of his administration's dedication to improving educational facilities across the country. He emphasized plans to expand and modernize schools to create better learning environments. Specific to Huluduffar, He pledged to address the local school's space constraints and confirmed that dormitory construction would commence within 2 years as students from nearby islands have migrated to Hurdufar. He also announced the rollout of a renewable energy initiative aimed at powering air conditioning units in classrooms, ensuring a comfortable and energy-efficient educational experience for students. The president shared plans to strengthen sports and recreational facilities on the island, including the construction of a FIFA standard football ground and a fully equipped sports complex. He further pledged to prioritize stalled projects including erosion management and harbour expansion by working with contractors to expedite their completion. The visit also marked a step towards enhancing financial services on the island. Agreements were signed with the Bank of Maldives BML to commence ATM services, while the Maldives Islamic Bank MIB began its operations in Hurdufar, expanding banking accessibility for residents. President Dr. Moise reaffirmed his administration's focus on delivering tangible progress for the community. He expressed his intention to return to Hurdufar to celebrate the successful completion of the pledged projects. The president is scheduled to continue his community engagements today with visits to Maduvari, Rasmadu and Innamadu, where discussions on developmental priorities will resume.
We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back. The Maldives is poised for significant advancements in healthcare in 2025, with major reforms planned across the capital and islands, according to Health Minister Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim. Speaking to state media during President Dr. Mohamed Moise's tour of North Maos Madule Atoll, the minister highlighted the government's commitment to enhancing healthcare accessibility and quality. Key initiatives include a bulk procurement system for high-quality medicines to ensure affordability and availability. Modern healthcare facilities are also planned for the islands, aiming to deliver comprehensive and cost-effective medical services nationwide. The 2025 budget earmarks funding for 5 new hospitals, including specialized facilities for thalassemia and cancer treatment, addressing critical gaps in the country's healthcare infrastructure. In a milestone for reproductive health, in vitro fertilization (IVF) services have been introduced under the Asanda Health Insurance Scheme for the first time. Emergency medical response is also being bolstered with the launch of an air ambulance services in 2024, designed to provide rapid patient transport during critical health crises. Additionally, the Asanda scheme has been expanded to cover medical treatments in Thailand and the UAE, offering Maldivians access to specialized international care. Public health policies are being strengthened to encourage healthier lifestyles. Measures in this regard include increased taxes on tobacco imports, a ban on vape products, and raising the legal age for tobacco sales to 21. These initiatives aim to reduce tobacco-related health issues and promote better overall well-being. Minister Nazim expressed confidence in the reforms, highlighting the potential to address long-standing challenges and meet the evolving healthcare needs of the population. He noted that these measures are integral to achieving the President's vision of a modern, equitable and robust healthcare system. Mali City's Deputy Mayor Ahmad Narish has emphasized the government's commitment to decentralization, stating that the current administration under the President Dr. Mohamed Moise is focused on delivering meaningful reforms to local governance. In a recent post on X, Narish shared details of 55 council offices prepared for operation as part of President Dr. Moise's initiative to revitalize the country's decentralized structures. Narish pointed out that for an extended period, the council offices have remained in a state of neglect, with little to no significant improvements. Despite the two previous administrations, particularly the one that had vocally championed decentralization, the offices remained in a deteriorated state. The Deputy Mayor praised President Dr. Mohamed Moi's decision to modernize these civic institutions, marking it as a clear demonstration of the government's dedication to fully implementing decentralization. He noted that the new council offices would empower local bodies to resume their work and better serve the public. The development of the 55 new council offices will be carried out under contractor finance rules by Malaysian firm Hexter Global. According to the Ministry of Cities, Local Government and Public Works, some of the foundation stones for these structures are expected to be laid during the ongoing week. The Maldives is set to make significant strides in renewable energy, with 450 megawatts needed to meet the government's target of converting 33% of the nation's energy consumption to renewable sources by November 2028. Minister of Climate Change, Environment and Energy, Tariq Ibrahim, made the statement while speaking to state media during President Dr. Mohamed Moi's visit to North Mars Medway Atoll. Highlighting the government's progress, Minister Tariq revealed that renewable energy capacity has grown from 53 megawatts to 70 megawatts in the past year. The minister highlighted that renewable energy projects are currently underway on most islands in Dry Atoll, involving the installation of solar panels, battery storage, and energy management systems. Plans are also in motion to integrate Ravadu's grid into renewable energy systems. To achieve the 2028 goal, the government aims to generate additional renewable energy to meet the goal of 450 megawatts. Currently, 170 megawatts of projects are in various stages of development, with an additional 50 megawatts slated for completion by the end of 2025. This initiative, announced at the COP28 summit, is among the country's most extensive renewable energy drives. It is expected to reduce reliance on imported fuel, cutting costs and easing financial burdens on the state. Minister Tariq called for collective efforts from the public and stakeholders to support this transition, describing the initiative as a critical step towards sustainable energy and economic stability. President Dr. Mohamed Mois has confirmed that the nationwide project to air-condition classrooms in all schools across the Maldives will be completed by end of September 2025. During his visit to Huludufar in North Mars Medway Atoll, President Dr. Mois shared that the project is progressing smoothly, with all classrooms in the country set to be air-conditioned within 6 to 8 months. The initiative is a key part of the government's ongoing efforts to enhance education and provide a more comfortable environment for students. In addition to the education-focused project, the President assured residents that stalled projects in Huludufar, including coastal protection, road development and harbour improvements, will be accelerated and completed within the next 2 years. As part of his visit, agreements were signed between the Huludufar Council and both the Bank of Maldives (BML) and Maldives Islamic Bank (MIB) to launch ATM services from each bank on the island, enhancing banking access for the local community. President Dr. Mois reaffirmed his administration's commitment to delivering on pledges made during his campaign, with an emphasis on fast-tracking vital public services projects across the country during the year. Thank you for watching MM News. I'm Yusuf bin Muhammad, and have a great day.